That doesn't make the bosom of the Father. You came out of the bosom of the Father. If you have the life of God in you through the new birth, then you came out of the bosom of the Father also. There's no doubt. There's no doubt that Jesus was the unique one. There's no doubt. We know
He's the first one.
He's the first one. He's the first among many brethren.
Father is my God. God is my Father.
Like I said, what I'm saying is understood for hundreds of thousands of years. What I'm saying is nothing new. So look, all I'm showing you is one thing.
Declared, he didn't say he sealed.
That had not happened to other people, the new birth. But after the Pentecost, then there's many sons. See, that at that time, Jesus was the only unique one. Still,
It's very simple. I can choose any translation. Very literal one. It says, no one has ever seen God. The only begotten God. The one being in the world. He has seen God. Listen, wait.
I'm freezing. I'm freezing.
I'm gonna go. New Life Translation. No one has ever seen God. But the unique is in Christ.
That's what kind of translation is that?
Well, you don't think of this. If any God, sir, if any God was begotten by God, then that's what I'm talking about. We have this.
This is why cars and trucks are completely destroyed. First of all,
اقسم بآيات الله إسرائيل هسه واحنا هسه إسرائيل إذا ضربت مكة اعطيني واحد يذبح
you have no reason to hate Keir Starmer. ماسك مليون سوري ماتوا، ماسك مليون سوري، ماسك مليون سوري قتلوهم، ماسك على الجهاد بسوريا، على الجهاد بسوريا، على الجهاد المسلمين، على الجهاد المسلمين. من يبقى على وقتل السوريين، وقتل
Well, he's gonna do it.
What is the tablet? Where's the tablet? Where's the tablet? It's here.
George is an idiot!
Yes, with the UK, you know why? These four places, all the world, all of what is happening in the streets of our nation today, towns of our nation today, sex slaves, you can have sex slaves from non-Muslims, combine that together, what is happening in the nation. You don't have to argue any further, you and I agree, it's evil. We both agree it is evil, and we both agree it is evil. Lovely to see you, and I'm hoping some stage sooner rather than later, you will begin to decide with us. Look, he's an active give you my card, and we can have further conversations. Lovely to see you. Thank you. So, anyone is still confused. Sex slavery.
It's very important you don't like it. I've no issue with that. Jewish people, and this guy knows a lot me. Legitimately. Oh yeah. Now if I go back to my old house and I say sorry, I didn't mean to sell it to you. I'm really sorry. And the Ottomans, and this is the other lie about this is no, I'm not and when I started there was no such thing as a Palestinian people. They were eventually I'm not rewriting history. The Ottoman Empire was compressed into mandates. One of the mandates was the mandate of Palestine, which was a Jewish homeland. And the Jews legitimately called this land, you're shouting across me, you are shouting across me, I am talking that then, so war number one, the Ottomans lost the First World War. The treaties made by the international community also much. The League of Nations set up the mandate. The United Nations voted to support the creation of Israel as a partition. The Arabs rejected.
Why should they reject it?
The Arabs
Why should they accept it? Why should they accept their steps of their land? Why should they
The Arab states
Why should they accept it?
What happened last
Why
week,
should
man?
they accept kind of being evicted from their land?
What?
You are talking about
Cooked it, man.
The hubris.
Well, if you're not intellectual, that's what you think.
It was your
I didn't film it. I just watched the video and I wasn't there. I left
It was their 5,000.
I saw the video, man. I was shocked, man.
Yes.
No, because you don't understand what's happening.
You're the victim.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Eternal victim.
Understand now. For the argument.
Eternal victim.
For the
Yeah.
argument.
Yeah.
No, I didn't understand perfectly.
Right. Explain.
Yeah, it's cold, man. It's cold.
Welcome.
See you, bro.
Yeah. Sometimes when I come out freezing, I kind of.
Yeah, man. Cooked badly and stuff.
Alright, so what was the argument then? Yes, so that's why. You don't actually know what you're talking about.
No, but how can I remember last week?
Yeah, but I can remember.
I have to go back. No, I have to go back. I remember you getting booked.
Yeah, that's because you don't understand what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's why you're a Muslim.
because of what?
Because of the lack of understanding of what's happening in the world.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So let's get this straight. The person defending Islam is always going to be side of the person that's defending Islam.
Huh?
If the person is defending Islam, then it'll be siding with the person that's defending Islam.
But Lamin wasn't defending Islam.
It means the Muslim is defending.
No, he wasn't.
So what does he defend?
No, he was attacking the Christians. He wasn't defending Islam. Lamin doesn't defend Islam. Did you hear him defend Islam? I didn't.
Lamin always talks about the fact that Jesus is the prophet of Allah, and he's always quotes the Quran to back up his claim. And at the same time, he disagrees that in the Bible there's no way Jesus claims to be God. And that is a fact. There's no evidence that Jesus claimed to be God. Someone who said that. Someone made it seem like.
But that's got nothing to do with Islam.
It is.
What?
It's because if you're claiming that it's God, a lot of Christians do, they claim that the Jew, that God, they always say Allah. They say, look, this book cannot be from Allah because this book cannot be revealed at the time of Jesus. It's revealed after centuries. And the people that wrote down this book, whenever we don't know John or what.
You're just repeating what your scholars have told you.
I'm saying the world is like the world. There's no evidence that that's a Bible. What does that mean? Bible is a collection. They say, look, it's not the Bible.
Really? The vast majority of the human race.
Because what's in it makes sense. To normal people. No, normal people can read the Bible. No, normal people can read the Bible and understand it. You have to read the rest of it before. You don't read that straight away, do you? You read the bit before it, and then you read what he said.
It says that Jesus took upon the curse of himself. Coming curse for us. Because of our mistakes that we commit, our free will.
That's easy. Anyone who reads the Old Testament first and what God said to Moses. Anyone who reads the Old Testament will understand what Paul is talking about. So you don't just read what Paul says first, you read the Old Testament.
Let's get back to the Old Testament. The Old Testament, Judaism believed that the Old Testament, but they don't believe Jesus is rose up again. And they don't believe that God became a person. So why is that? How come appealing to Old Testament, how come Judaism don't believe that the fact
because they don't know how to read, because the Old Testament has Jesus as the Son of God. It says that the servant's going to die, and it says he's going to raise again. So this is all written in the Old Testament.
But they have a different understanding.
Yeah, that's their problem. It's not ours.
But Jesus came for
yeah, and some of them believe it. And some of them believe it.
Exactly. But they didn't come for me. He came for one of the
You see, that's what the problem is. Your understanding is based on what you've heard other people tell. I can tell because no, you're repeating what other people told you because you're saying the same thing other Muslims say, which means it's what.
The lost numbers. Came only one group.
Yeah, that's what it says.
So what's
Because in the Old Testament, it says that he will come for his people.
oh my God.
Exactly. Yeah, so if it's part of the mandate, everyone has to accept it.
Israel paid.
You're finished.
He's supposed to be on your side. He's supposed to be on your side.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe you made a mistake. So can you just admit that the fact that Jesus has nothing to do with Gentiles?
Right, but then what did he tell the children of Israel to do?
No, that's beside the point.
No, it's not. No, he came to the children of Israel and he told them to do something, didn't he?
So what did he tell them?
He told them to go into all the world, and preach what he has commanded them to every nation. Yeah.
And he told the Gentile lady, the Gentile woman that came to him, he goes, get away from me. He called her dog, basically. He came to with her daughter and he said, can we hear my daughter?
Yeah.
And he said, he called
So you're confused.
sorry, I'm
Yeah, I can tell.
No, you can help me out. I'm not perfect. I'm not worse than
Yeah, it says you shouldn't take the children.
he called her dog because she was a Gentile.
But you know he didn't call her a dog.
What was the word?
He said he doesn't take the children's bread and cast it to dogs.
That is our people. No, I'm not saying that they were not justice done by some Muslims against Jews. Of course they were.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But the comparison between
Excuse me, hello,
to the Jews is chalk and cheese. And those things
But do you know the reason why?
and the Jews were the exceptions.
Do you know the reason why he said that?
And I challenge you to go and do your research.
Because God came with his commandments to save people's lives, and they tread all over it, and that's what a dog does, isn't it? If you have your good, you have your good thing, like your good food on the table, and you're gonna give it to like people who believe in you, and then some dog jumps on the table and starts eating the food, you're gonna be upset, aren't you?
Arabs were forced to accept what some
God gave the commandments to people so that they could get life.
Why should they accept
The Gentiles come and say, oh no, the commandments is rubbish. So they're insulting God by making out that what he's given them is like nothing.
the land fund, the Jewish land fund, did indeed
what you call them then?
I'm not lying and saying that they didn't. But this was an effort. And they made it very clear. And if you go and check the records, the early speeches given by the people with the land fund, they made it very clear, and they're on record of saying that this land is not going to be for two people. This land was always going to be for the Jews alone. It was going to be a Jewish state. So they sneakily
Yeah, but it
and they
doesn't matter
connivingly,
because
they
I'm
did
supposed to
what they had
follow
do.
what Jesus says anyway, regardless of whether I'm Jew or Gentile. It doesn't matter
Instigating,
because we read what Jesus said.
within the community. You know, where they had gangs
Because it's in
running
the
around,
Why do you believe
emptying
what the
out
book says?
villages. This
the only
was
one
going on
we've been given.
systematic.
By who?
The Arabs are not stupid.
From
The
God
Palestinians
through
are not
man.
stupid. They knew what these people were saying.
So the message
Look,
from
we're going to clear you out of the land.
No,
We're
from
buying the
God
land,
through man.
and the Arab farmers were thrown off the land and they've been farming for years.
Yeah.
Now you could say,
How do you know?
oh, but that's their choice. They bought some land, they want Jews to farm that land.
telling you
But if
this-
you do that systematically, then it becomes quite clear that this is not a sharing.
One message.
This is an occupation.
And can you prove that these men, they got it from
a dominance.
It doesn't matter because God, if I believe in God, He's going to send me a message.
And there were
And
many
it's one
massacres
message.
that happened. And I know that there were some massacres and some killings.
Remember, I believe in God. If I didn't believe in God, then what you said would make sense.
anyone can say I believe in God, but the fact that you have to understand the relation with God has to be perfect.
The one who's persecuted
Okay,
from out.
MashaAllah, man, I like yours.
Now, when he might sometimes do things that are also unjust.
Yeah, so you said the message has to be perfect.
And it has to be preserved, and it has to be consistent, because I don't see that other way in Christianity.
Yeah, so the Bible's the only book that's like that.
So that's, you're okay with it?
That is the one that needs to be stopped. You would not accept it if somebody came to your land, your garden, from you, from your house, and said, "Oh, my great-great-great-grandfather used to live here." I don't care if it's been in your family for 10 generations.
Does he have knowledge?
Or for 15 generations.
Does he have
my
knowledge?
My great-great-granddad,
No, because he's a
2,000
Muslim,
years ago, used to live there.
That's why he's a
Even though I
Muslim.
can't prove it, it looks like a very nice olive.
No, he's saying
It looks like a very nice olive grove. I'm just going
Got
to
knowledge of a Muslim.
my God. Nobody should accept it.
Yeah.
Now we have people legitimize theft. Theft is always theft. It doesn't become legitimate because decades
No, you're
have
saying,
passed.
how do you know the book
there were
is from God,
empires
isn't it?
in war, people
Yeah, why
took
do you
that
believe it?
as the Jewish
because-
friend here said.
Well, I presume you went to school.
He said, you don't get to start a war and then
Well, you can speak English, so obviously you learn English from somewhere.
United Nations after 1946.
You know
Exactly
speaking English.
that. They said that no longer
Yeah,
can
okay.
territory be
Yeah,
occupied.
okay. So anyway, so you've been.
And the reason why the international
No, the reason I'm asking
is because if you
when I
don't
look at
have that rule in place, you're going to have endless
early
wars.
manuscript or the
And people
Bible,
are going to now fight
the
back,
historical.
reoccupy their land.
Yeah.
And then they will fight back to take the land back again. And it will never end.
If I'm wrong,
So there was a line
early
drawn in the
manuscript.
sand.
Complete manuscript. Yeah,
Is it
3rd
legal
and 4th century manuscript.
people to acquire
called,
land through war?
Called the
That is
Senatic.
exactly what Israel did.
Yeah, 4th century.
Yeah,
And it's
about
not the
4th
case
century,
that they
right?
were innocent and
Yeah,
they
4th
just
century.
lived peacefully with their Arab cousins. And they had these
that's
horrible
what,
Arab
300 years?
Arab, savage Arabs, just hated Jews. They were
Yeah, but how did they write it?
them killed, and that's why these poor Jews had to just take all of their land.
right.
No,
Yeah.
What, are you
plan from day
are you
one.
talking the 3rd century? How did they
And
write
we
it
need
down?
to
No, how did they write it in the 4th century?
This is theft.
3rd century.
This is occupation,
century.
and this
Yeah.
is indeed
No, my
genocide.
point is, why
and
was
it
he
meets
removed
the
after?
requirements as a definition of what genocide is. Why
did he
did
took it?
And just
Until
because there
4th
are a
century.
handful of people
What?
who are pretending
century. Why is it
that
not?
this is not a genocide.
It's a manuscript.
Idiot Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
who
Have you
says
ever heard of the
that
term
they
scribe?
could have killed all the Palestinians.
Yes, I heard,
they
yeah.
wanted
Do you know what
to.
that means?
And it's because they
Scribe,
haven't.
yeah.
Therefore,
Yeah,
it's not a
and what do
genocide.
they do?
That's not the definition of
They're
genocide.
talking about
It's
Dead
in
Sea
art.
Scrolls.
No, what does a scribe do? It's a
not
person.
about just wiping everybody
They write
off.
down it.
Yeah. And what do they write down from?
Jurists that this is a genocide. This is ethnic cleansing. They are clearing out a people.
Look, you're a scribe. You're going to be writing the text on a manuscript. Do you just make up what you're writing?
I don't know where they write these people. I don't know where they're getting this from.
No, look. They produce a manuscript, and you have Christians who were already around at that time. So they're going to produce that manuscript. If all it contains is complete nonsense, then now Christians are going to come along, read it, and say this is rubbish. So did any Christian come along and read Sinaiticus at the time and say it was nonsense?
It's not going to say that about a Christian.
No, they've already got their writing. So if someone writes down Sinaiticus, a Christian's going to come and read it, and if it's got nonsense in it, they're going to say it's nonsense. The point I'm trying to make is that writings existed at that time. That's what they wrote Sinaiticus from.
In Manhattan, in America, has rights
He didn't just write out thin air.
return back to land in Palestine. Palestine.
So what happened? So you're saying we couldn't do it first century?
No, that's the point. They did, but it's on papyrus. You know what papyrus is? It's leaves from a plant which grows on the river.
Yeah. I had the second side of protocol.
Yeah, that's all that's left of that one. But you're telling me all the papyrus disappeared in the 4th century?
On steroids. Now, if you support Zionism, which is a racist
Why should I believe what? After 300 years, I mean, why is it?
Because it's the only thing that God has sent which makes sense. So do you think God's going to send a book that doesn't make sense?
And the other one is
This revelation has not complete. The first century, we're talking about when Jesus was alive. Why is it not completed? Why the story has not been done at that time? Just like the Quran.
No problem. So when Jesus spoke to the apostles, you tell them to get a piece of paper out and write down what he was saying.
Because the very Israeli soldiers.
Did Jesus tell the apostles to get out a piece of papyrus and write down what he was saying?
According to the Bible.
Palestinian prisoners.
Yeah. No, according to the history or the Bible, whatever.
And it's literally from the very
No, he didn't.
There is no room.
Because they remembered what he said.
Why would they not write down? Why would they not
unjust?
Did they have a good memory?
Just remember one thing.
No, it's because writing stuff is expensive.
When we see an injustice,
Yeah, even to go to W.H. Smith and try and buy a slab of A4 paper. It's not going to be free, is it?
against families, against your
Even now, paper isn't free.
you are the one doing the
So you think back then they were just going to have paper all over the place and can buy it for nothing?
When it comes to Israel,
I'm just saying, if God is giving this message to revelation is revealed at that time, surely it should be compiled, preserved.
not accept it.
And the people that are first century should have it full hand. Second century, third century, they should receive that message.
Yeah, and they did. That's what. Yeah, they did. No, that's what they used to write Sinaiticus. The stuff they had back then, so it was preserved. See, the problem is,
I'm going to be telling Mike Tyson.
no. See, the problem is your scholars ain't told you. You just go by what your scholars tell
I'm
you.
going by Bart Ehrman. I don't know if you know Bart.
You know,
Bart Ehrman. You know Bart Ehrman?
yeah, but did Bart Ehrman tell you how Sinaiticus was written?
Two-state solution.
I haven't looked into that.
So then Bart Ehrman's a waste of time.
No.
Every time there are negotiations, Israel have a term, and it's called the peace offensive. Every time Palestine having some they call it the peace offensive because they
If he tells you how was Sinaiticus put together, if he doesn't, then he's a scammer. He's just trying to.
share the land.
He sounds good, but he lacks in common sense.
Being a military superpower that they are, and support America as a superpower, they could have divided.
Yeah, but he's not well educated in getting eternal life, though. So why should I listen to him?
They want the river to see not just Israel.
Yeah, but he wants everyone to just die and go to
Saudi
nothing.
Arabia, it takes all the Arab land.
That's what
That
he
is
needs to be
gold.
doing.
That is gold. And they have
Why should I listen to him?
and actually shown its
That's, if he wants to change, that's his problem.
excuses.
You saw the
Yeah, so why did he want to? Studied the Bible properly and the history. Because the Quran, because the Quran's got no history.
arrested, brutalized, murdered,
Abu Bakr.
No, you said history.
Yeah, that's a part of history. Part of history is that Abu Bakr collected the Quran.
actually stand for
History goes Islam, right?
has fallen.
Yeah.
It is naked and it's there.
Outside the
Everybody
Quran.
sees.
Yeah, that's my point. So Islamic history, when you read it, it looks like it's made up because it doesn't corroborate with what's happening. No, it does.
No, that's your opinion.
It is a barbaric,
No, you read
violent.
yeah, but it's based on evidence of the fact that it doesn't match what's happening in the real world.
Why is it that doesn't match?
Stand against it. And the globe, the vast majority,
No, look, we got Sun-Africans
Palestinian people,
from the 4th century.
the land is
Abu Bakr was supposed to be around
Zionism is evil.
in the 6th, 7th century. And oh, you're stopping it properly now?
Yeah.
Are you supposed to leave it for 10 minutes to record the rest of the park? Huh? You're supposed to leave it for 10 minutes to record the rest of the park, isn't it? No, that's what you guys like to do. You like to leave the camera.
Oh yeah, not today. My phone is gonna die.
Yeah.
Trump wants to disgrace God. Trump is an evil man. He wants to disgrace He's not to be trusted. UK government needs to stand up to him.
I failed to grab if you
Do you know what? Do you know why you look for the I mean, like, there's an Untitled
Was there much action from the speakers? There was a fight over there.
Islam has not fallen. Islam is not strong.
Wait, hold on.
Obviously, other people in the world were going
So we have to
Thank you.
you want to be notified when I release any videos, then just click on subscribe and then click on the bell and select all, and so then you'll receive all of the notifications for when I release any videos.
Israelites will return to take down Islam.